The chef jacket is back on and I'm taking you to the candy shop. This is all it takes to make your own hard candy at home. Starting with our water, sugar, and top it off with corn syrup. As an alternative, if you don't want to use light corn syrup, just add a little bit of cream of tartar. Next, get this on some medium-high heat. Now you don't need to stir it, just let it melt and do its thing. But keep an eye on it. The secret to candy making is a thermometer because it requires precise heat. For hard candy, we're looking for the hard crack stage, which is about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Just make sure that thermometer is not touching the bottom of the pan or use an instant read thermometer. It only takes about 5 minutes for that sugar to bubble up. I'll need a brush and a little bit of water. Brush down any sugar that's forming on the edge of the pan. Be very careful. This process is easy and fun, but boiling sugar is nothing to play around with. We're getting close to that 300 degrees. Oh, there it is. Taking it right off. To flavor our lollipops, you can use any extract you like. Now we can add our extract and food color. Get that mixed in. I've got a popsicle mold that I'm just gonna lightly spray. Add in some lollipop sticks. All these candy making supplies are so easy to find at a craft store. And we're just gonna fill up our molds. Candy making at home, see? Not that difficult. I'm gonna set this aside and let it cool completely. And if you don't have a candy mold, you can try this. I have a tray of powdered sugar. You can also use brown sugar or flour. I'm gonna press a lollipop shape right into that powdered sugar. Put in your lollipop stick. And silicone tools are gonna be best when working with high temperatures. Or forget the mold and just make shatter candy. These came out so good. You only need a few ingredients to take this and turn it into this. Let's start these gummies by dissolving some gelatin in water. You want to give that a good mix so there's no clumps. We're going to mix in our own flavor, so make sure to use unflavored gelatin. All right, mixing the rest of our ingredients, some sugar. And we're gonna just mix everything together over medium heat until it's all dissolved and combined. Now that everything's dissolved, we can infuse it with our favorite flavor and food color. You can have fun with your gummies, mixing flavors and changing up the colors. Silicone molds come in so many varieties. We're gonna get started with the traditional gummy bear shape. All that's left is to fill the molds with the gummy mixture. This little pipette makes it so easy. Let these sit, chill, and firm up. As an alternative, use agar-agar powder instead of gelatin. This is plant-based and vegan, so it's a great substitution to that normal gelatin. You can use the agar-agar powder just like you would gelatin. Homemade gummies are so versatile. You can sweeten it with honey or your favorite sugar alternative. Instead of extracts, you can make your own flavor concentrate by boiling your favorite juice into a thick syrup like this. I'm gonna get this mold ready by giving it a little spray. These little robots are gonna be so cute. When it comes to making homemade gummies, the options are about endless. These pop right out of the molds, and they came out so good. They taste delicious. Gummy bears may be traditional, but these gummy robots are my winner. The agar-agar gummies will have a slightly different texture, but they're full of natural ingredients. Gummies are a homemade candy that I'm sure you're gonna wanna make over and over again. Who needs Willy Wonka when you can make your own chocolate factory? You can't have homemade chocolate bars without chocolate, of course. For these homemade chocolate bars, I'm gonna start by chopping up some chocolate and getting it melted. This is gonna melt best if it's all finely chopped, no big chunks. Into a microwave-safe measuring cup. All we need to get this melted is a microwave. 20 seconds at a time, giving a little stir in between. I lined a pan with parchment paper to make things easy. Perfectly melted. Our first layer is gonna be chocolate. Gosh, just wanna lick this. Spread that around to every corner. Let this sit and firm up. These candy bars are gonna have caramel and peanut butter in them, but you can use anything you want. The trick is to resist the urge to eat these. You cannot go wrong with chocolate bars because you can really mix anything in that you want to. Cereal, nuts, any nut butters that you want. The sky's the limit, really. Customize it your way. This is gonna have peanuts for extra crunch. Caramel's a little tricky to work with, so make sure it is nice and melty. This is looking so good. What would you put in yours? This just needs to firm up so we can cut it up and finish our chocolate bars. A little trick for natural peanut butter, store it upside down to keep it from separating. Just make sure that lid's on tight. Let's cut these up. The beauty is that these don't have to be perfect because we're gonna cover them in more chocolate. I have some more melted chocolate. Now you can dunk these, but I like to drizzle it on top. Just need to let this chocolate harden and then we're ready. Now that chocolate has solidified, we have our own homemade candy bars. Now I just need to come up with a fun name for these. Peanut butter, caramel, a solved bar. Now. Thanks for watching Problem Solved. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other videos like these two right here.